go. Hello, everybody. My name is Steven. I am the Liondesk trainer, and welcome to our Liondesk Q&A. Thank you all for being patient. I know we had a few minutes here. But again, welcome to our live Q&A. What is our live Q&A? For those of you that are joining us for the first time, live Q&A every Thursday. We want to come in live on Facebook, on YouTube, and on LinkedIn. Right? We want to make ourselves accessible to answer any questions that you have about Liondesk. So again, regardless of where you are, if you have any questions, please let us know. To submit your question, all you have to do is add it in the comments section below. I'll see all of your questions come in here. That way we can make sure to get them answered. And again, this happens every Thursday at 10 a.m. We go live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn to make ourselves accessible to you all and answer your questions. So start sending them, add them in the comment section below. In the meantime, there are a few things I did want to show you. We did launch a new enhancement this previous week, so I want to make sure that we're all aware of it. Plus, that's going to give you a few minutes to send over your questions. Again, go ahead and add those in the comment section below. Okay, let's jump into Liondesk and talk about this new enhancement. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Boom. Let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit. I think that's going to be the best one here. Awesome. Okay, so here we are logged into Liondesk. Like I mentioned, we had a new enhancement launch this previous week, so I want to take some time to really talk about it. And just a quick note, when we launch new updates, new enhancements, we do like to keep you all up to date. All you have to do to learn about these new features and these new enhancements is to click on this bell icon in the upper right corner. When you click in here, you're going to get a slide-in screen, and this is going to give you a feed of all of the recent features, all of the recent enhancements. That way you can learn about what's new with Liondesk. Right, so we launched this new enhancement on the 7th, which was a Tuesday, so a few days ago. This new enhancement is filter activity reports by teams or team members. Right, so we give you the new enhancement, and we also include a video. That way it walks you through the new enhancement and how to use it. But in the meantime, as you guys are typing out your questions, let's go ahead and talk about this new enhancement and how you can leverage this to grow your business. All right, so this new enhancement, filter activity reports by teams or team members. So this is a buildup of our feature activity reports. With activity reports, you can track your metrics, right? How many emails have you sent out? How many text messages have you sent? How many calls have you made? Right? You'll be able to track your metrics over the past week, month, or year, right? So you can have all of these different timeframes to track. And you can even compare different timeframes. That way you can measure your progress and production, right? So that's the activity reports. Everybody has access to those. We'll jump into it in a second and show you activity reports. But with this new enhancement, this is going to specifically help out team leaders as well as admin accounts, right? With activity reports, team leaders and admin accounts will now have access to view the metrics of their team members as well as their sub accounts, right? So this is a great way to measure the metrics, the production of your team. You'll be able to measure specific teams as well as specific team members. Where do you go for all of this information, right? You want to go into activity reports. So when you open up the main menu here on the left-hand side, you want to scroll below and click on reporting. And boom, here we are in activity reports. I've talked about this a few times already, but if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm going to go through this a little bit quickly, just because I feel like I've spoke about this like at least 3 sessions in a row. All right, so in activity reports, again, we track your metrics, your emails sent, your text messages sent, your calls made, right? It's going to be tracked over this little graph here. It tracks all of those metrics over the time frame that you select, right? So what time frame am I selecting? You'll see that here in the top, right? I'm currently tracking this past week. You can always update the time frame. Go ahead and click here, and you'll see the different time frames that you can track, right? So I want to track yesterday. I want to track this week, the past 7 days, the past 14 days, the 30 days, 90 days, right? All the way up into the last year. So you can track your time, your metrics over different time frames. Let me go ahead and do this year. I'm going to click. and I see my graph updates, right? So I'm currently tracking my emails sent. And looking below, I definitely started off strong in the year, right? January 2021, sending quite a bit of emails during that month. And as you can see, my email sent has drastically declined, got a little bump here and then went back down, right? So I'm measuring my metrics here. Not the best example, definitely want to have a more upward trend, but this is a great way for you to track your progress, track your production. From here, you can compare different time frames, right? So I'm currently comparing this past year or this current year. I want to compare that to the past year, right? I want to see my improvements over the past year. You can do so by clicking on this box here. You can compare to a previous period. So when you click here, you're going to see a new line added below, right? So this light blue line represents the previous time frame. So I see the current year with this dark blue line, and then last year with this light blue line. That way I can compare my progress over the past year and see the improvements that I've made. So again, this is a great tool for really any user to measure their metrics, measure production. They can play around with this graph. You can compare different time frames, right? I'm currently comparing this year with my previous year. You can also do it by week. You can do it by month, up to 90 days, right? You can select all of these different time frames. Now, as for the new enhancements, again, this is specifically for team leaders and admin accounts. If you have a team and you want to measure the production of your team and your team members, you now have that option to do so. For team leaders and admin accounts, you are now going to see this button here at the upper right, filter report. When you click here, you are going to see the different teams in your account as well as the different team members. So if you're in charge of, keeping track of those metrics and running progress reports, things like that, this will be a great way for you to filter the activity reports for specific teams as well as specific team members. So as you see here, you can see your different teams. Simply click on Apply to Updates. If you're looking at different team members, you'll see that option below as well. You want to re-click here, right? Uncheck all and go by user. Right, so again, team leaders, admin accounts, you're now going to have the option to filter activity reports to view the metrics of your entire team or specific team members. So that's a great tool here. One more thing to point out is the information is downloadable. So if you like to use Excel to run different types of reports, you can. So we really focus here on the graph. To download this information, go ahead and scroll below. And you're going to see this little bar here with all of your metrics. It's going to be a little summary of all of your metrics. So for example, I'm seeing email sent. I see emails opened, text sent, text received. How many comments have I made, right? As I scroll, email received, outbound calls, emails clicked, right? So all of this information is here. This information can be done by entire teams as well as specific team members. If I wanted to export this information, all I have to do is click here, export into a CSV file, and click here to download, right? So again, if you use like Excel to run reports or other platforms, right, this is a great way to download that information and for you to continue running those reports, right? So when I click here, I'm going to open up this Excel file. With all of the info that it captured. Right, so what downloads? It's going to download any info here that is visible, right? So again, it's capturing my email sent, emails opened, text sent, text received, and so on. This section here is customizable, so you can pick and choose which metrics are visible and which metrics you can download. So let's say you don't want to download all of that information. You really only need email sent or text sent. You can customize this to only track that info. So you're going to see that button here to customize. So go ahead and click. Gives you this pop-up window. And you can pick and choose what metrics you want to track. So I have most of them selected, right? Email sent, emails opened, text sent, text received, comments, email sent via third party. So that's if you have like your Google account synced. That's if you have your Outlook account synced. Emails received, outbound calls, emails clicked. We have lead assigned, as well as inbound calls. So you can pick and choose. Just click on the box to select. And once I click, you'll see them added here on the right-hand side. Right, so here on the left, you want to select, again, click on the box to select or deselect. Once you click, you'll see that here on the right-hand side. So this is what you have selected. And you can set up the order, right? So if you want to see, outbound calls at the very top, you can go ahead and drag and drop. So I can click here, move it to the top. So I want to track outbound calls. I want to track how many text messages have been sent, and also how many comments have been made. Right, so these are the 3 things that I want to track. Everything else is a nice to have, right? This is just an example, right? Everything's great to have. This is nice to have, so I'm going to go ahead and just leave this as is, and I'm going to click on apply. And it's going to update this activity reports with all of that info. Ooh, let me refresh this page. Boom, right? So as I refresh, you'll now see outbound calls, text messages sent, comments made, as well as the other info here. So again, you can customize the activity reports just by clicking here, customize, and you can export this information, and it's going to export any visible information. So just make sure that you click here and select the information that you want to have visible, select the information that you want to be able to download. Once you customize it, you'll be able to export that info by clicking here, export CSV. Awesome. All right, y'all. So that covers the activity reports. That covers our new enhancements, right? With the new enhancements, team leaders and admin accounts are able to track the metrics of their entire team or specific team members. All right, y'all. So that covers the new enhancements. Let's go ahead and jump into the Q&A. I see one question here. So just a quick reminder, if you do have any questions, just make sure to add them in the comments section below. We are going live on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. So all you have to do is just add them in the comment section below. I'll see them appear here, and we can make sure to get them answered. So the question I see here is email. Well, this is in regards to third-party email sent. How do you connect your Google and your Outlook account? So just to kind of recap here in activity reports, you do have the option to track emails sent via third party. Like I mentioned, this is tracking the emails that you send in your Google account, in your Outlook, or in your Microsoft account, right? So that's the info that's captured here. So the question is, how do you go about connecting your Google account? To connect your Google, Outlook, or your Microsoft account, you want to go to your profile page. So by going to the top corner, you can go ahead and click on your name and select profile. Awesome. So here we are, our profile just loaded. On the left-hand side, you're going to see this section here, connect your provider. So again, you can sync your contacts, emails, and calendars in a simple step. So it's going to, you need to, let me rephrase. You can connect multiple accounts. You can connect a single Google. If you have Outlook, if you have multiple, you can connect all. So when you click here, it's going to open up to this page, set up your account for success. And as you scroll below, you'll have this section here to set up your provider. When you click, you'll get this slide-in screen. So you have the option to connect your Google account, your Outlook account, and also your Microsoft account. Quick note with Google, I'm going to go ahead and click. You'll be able to sync your emails, your contacts, as well as your calendar. For Outlook and Microsoft, you'll be able to sync your emails and your contacts. We're still working on these two, the calendar sync for Outlook and also for Microsoft, but those will be coming soon. So just some quick something quickly to point out. But yes, you can connect your Outlook, you can connect your Google account, you can connect your Microsoft account. When you click here, let's go ahead and do an example for Google. All you have to do is click here on the Google. You can select or deselect any of these options. So if you only want to select your contacts, you can. Right? If you only wanted to select your emails, you can. Right? Let's do email and calendar sync. So from there, I'm going to go ahead and click on sign in with Google. And I'm going to get this little pop-up. Awesome, you're seeing that here. In this little pop-up, it's going to let me select which account do I want to sync with. Let's do this one here. I believe I haven't synced this one yet. Awesome. Once you select, it's going to guide you through the permissions, right? So view your email messages and settings. If you wanted the full details, you can go ahead and click here to expand. All right, I'm going to go ahead and click on allow. Should I go ahead and click on allow on all of these, right? So allow 2 more times. Boom. And once you are signed in, let's go ahead and click on allow here. And boom, it's going to show you connected to your Google accounts, right? So we have Liondesk at gmail.com, right? I'm syncing my Gmail. So any emails that I'm sending in my Gmail account will sync over to Liondesk. Also, we have Google Calendar Sync. So this is active. So any calendar events in your Google Calendar will transfer to Liondesk and vice versa. Anything in Liondesk and your Liondesk calendar will transfer over to Google. Once you set up this connection, if it's your first time, you do want to give it about 24 hours before you start seeing like your calendar events, your emails, as well as your contacts, if you select to sync your contacts. So you want to give it about 24 hours for the initial sync. Afterwards, it should only take about 15 minutes, right? So if you're connecting for the first time, just give yourself that 24-hour time frame. Once you connect, you can always go back to disconnect, right? If for some reason you want to, you can go ahead and click here. If, for example, I did not sync my Google contacts, but now I want to, I can always go here and click on grant access, right? So you can always update your settings if you'd like. So now we're connected to my Google accounts. It's syncing my emails. It's syncing my calendar events, right? So where does that information sync to? So let's go ahead and talk about the calendar events, and then we'll go into the emails. So the calendar events will sync to your Liondesk calendar to your task page. So when you open up your main menu, you do have your calendar and tasks in the home page, as well as in the task page. So let's just jump into tasks. Right, these are all of my tasks. When I click on the calendar, I'll be able to see all of my events here. And you're going to see all of your Google events as well. Again, you want to give it about that 24 hour period before you start seeing the events come through. And again, I saw a few people just jump in exactly as I was saying that. So just a quick reminder, the initial sync is going to be 24 hours. After that, it's only going to be like about 10, 15 minutes. All right, y'all. So it's going to sync your calendar events, right? It's also going to sync your the emails that you send out. So where does that information save? That information gets saved in the contact records, right? So I'm going to go ahead and jump into a contact record. I'm just going to type in the name here in the upper right. I'm going to jump into this contact record here, Stephen Lopez. Where does the email send? Where does the Gmail email sync? Where does those emails save? So here we are in Stephen's contact record, right? A lot of great info here in the contact record. If you want to see those Gmail conversations, right? Anything that's synced over, you want to click here on inbox, right? So you see here all of these tabs. You want to click on the inbox tab. So when you click here, if you had any conversations sent over, they're going to be listed here. Again, it's my initial sync, so it's going to take some time for me to see all of these emails sent over. But you're going to see them listed here. You're going to see the entire conversation. So that inbox is going to be saved specifically for your Gmail conversations, your Gmail emails. If you go to your all activity reports, right, your activity tracks everything, the emails that you sent, text messages, calls that are made, right? It's also going to track those emails that are synced over. Quick note though, those emails that are synced from your Google, from your Outlook, from your Microsoft, they're going to be listed as third-party emails. Ooh, let me unclick. Right, so email sent via third party. Right, so just a quick distinction there. Right, that way you can tell which emails were sent from Liondesk, and then again, which emails were sent from Google. So we synced over our calendar, we synced over our emails, right? You also had that option to sync over your contacts. So with Google Contacts, you can sync specific groups, right? Have those sync over, and those will appear here in your contact dashboard. You'll see them listed here. Quick note about Google Sync if you're syncing your contacts. When you sync your contact groups, it's only going to sync the contacts that are in that group at that moment. So it's going to be a one-time sync. Anything in that group is going to save in Liondesk. If you update that contact group and you want to resync it, you just need to go to your profile and redo that sync, right? So it's going to be a one-time sync. If you want to reconnect it, you just want to resync again. So you want to go into your profile page. So click on your name and select profile. On the left-hand side, you're going to see connect your providers. You can go ahead and click here. And boom, shows you the email that you connected, right? So I did not grant access on this example, but if you did, you'll have the option to resync on your new groups, right? So again, quick note for contact groups, it's a one-time sync. If you add new contacts to that group, you just need to redo that sync in order to see those new contacts appear in Liondesk. One more thing to point out while we're here is you can connect multiple email accounts, right? So if you have multiple Google accounts, maybe you have an Outlook and a Google account, you can also connect those, right? You have the option by clicking here, connect a new email account, right? So you have the option to sync your Google, your Outlook, and your Microsoft accounts. Awesome. All right, y'all. So that answers the question. I don't see any other questions here, but I do want to give you all a few minutes. So if you do have a question, go ahead and add it in the comment section below. I'll see that question appear here. So I'm going to give you all a few minutes to type in any questions if you have it. This will be last call, so go ahead and send those over in the comment section. In the meantime, I do want to take these next few minutes to talk about the different resources that are available to you all. Right, so we come in live every Thursday at 10 a.m. But if you have questions, outside of Thursdays at 10, where can you go to get help? Right, we do have a lot of different resources for you all. Right, just want to make sure that you guys are aware of all of them. That way you can utilize them and get your questions answered. Right, so where do you go for our training resources? In the upper right corner, you are going to see this 4-square icon. When you click here, you're going to see all these different resources, our help center, the training resources, marketplace, and then submit ideas. Let me talk about each one really quickly, but we're going to really focus on the training resources. So the help center, great resource. It has articles and videos that walk you through all parts of Liondesk. So when you click here, right, it takes you to the help center. You can type in keywords such as like upload contacts, right? Send an email, how to record a video, right? You can use those keywords in the search bar. You can also just click on one of these categories here to learn more about that feature, right? So account and setup, contact management. Maybe you want to learn more about our marketing tools, right? So the Online Help Center is a great resource for you to get instructions, step-by-step guides on how to leverage certain features. All right, going back, we have this button here to submit ideas, right? So Liondesk is committed to creating a platform that works for you as a business owner, as an agent. So if you have any ideas, suggestions of enhancements that you want to see, maybe even new features, please let us know. Go ahead and click here and you'll be able to submit your ideas. All right, we're pretty active here. We like to see what you all are submitting. So you can click here, add a new idea, let us know. Type in a quick sentence, add a little bit of a description, and we'll see that idea. And we're pretty responsive. We need to review the idea. Once it's planned, we'll let you know. Once that idea is launched, we're going to send an email letting you know, hey, this is a great idea. We just launched it. Go ahead and check it out. Okay, going back, we have our marketplace. So our marketplace is a one-stop shop for services, integrations, right, and features. Perfect. A one-stop shop for features, services, and integrations. As you scroll below, you'll see what we offer, right, such as the Liondesk Ad Portal, our Power Dialer, Lead Assist AI, artificial intelligence, right, text nurturing platform. We also have services such as the CRM Concierge Setup Service, right? So if you find yourself too busy to set up Liondesk, you can take advantage of this service. Go ahead and click here for more info. We also have a lead generation service, right? So this is like Facebook ads, right? Online ads. They'll create ads for you. We have different tiers, right? So if you wanted to start off with the first tier, you can, right? This is a done-for-you lead generation service, right? So we have features, services, as well as integrations. So for the integrations, you can scroll below, right? So ActivePipe, Box Brownie, Broker Mint, Call Action, Savato, Dotloop, right? Lead Pops, Google Sheets, right? These are integrations that you can set up with Liondesk. So that's the marketplace. Again, our one-stop shop for features, services, and integrations. And finally, we have our training resources. So when you click here, it's going to take you to our training page. A lot of great resources in here. So as we scroll below, the very first thing that you're going to see is our webinars. So we have weekly webinars. We have the Getting Started with Liondesk webinar series, session 1, 2, and 3. Session 1 really focuses on the basics, right? Setting up your profile, sending an email, sending a text, uploading your contacts. Session 2 really focuses on communication, right? Being able to connect with your contacts and build that relationship. Session 3 focuses on automation, right? Setting up your workflows, setting up your communication. That way it's all automated and all you have to do is set it and forget it, right? So the Getting Started series, session 1, 2, and 3, we offer them on a weekly basis. Go ahead and click here to sign up. Highly recommended for new users, right? If you're wanting to learn more about the system or just looking to get started, great place to start. We also have our live Q&As every Thursday at 10 a.m. So on live Q&As, we go live on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, right? We make ourselves accessible so you can come in and ask any questions that you have about Liondesk. If you ever want to go back and watch a recording, you can. You can go ahead and click here. It saves all of the recordings in this one place. Also, if you would like a reminder, so next time, so for next Thursday, you get a little reminder about Q&A, go ahead and click here. You can sign up for reminders as well. Awesome. So these are all live sessions, right? What's really great about a live session is that you'll have somebody there to answer any questions that you have. That said, if you want to get started right now, if you just want to start watching some videos to start learning more about the system, you can scroll below. We do have these self-paced trainings where you can take it on your own pace. That way you're not committed to a specific time. You can just start watching these videos and start learning. Right, so we do have the Getting Started series. We recorded the series. We have it available to watch on demand, so you can watch it at any time. We also have Path to Success, which are online courses. They're very guided. So if you need like snippets and you really want to know more about the system and really take your time with it, go ahead and sign up for these online courses. We have courses for campaigns, lead assist, and so on. We have our Fast Start Guide, which is really for our tech-savvy folks. So if you find yourself just needing a few quick tips to get started, go ahead and check out our Fast Start Guide. And then we have our video library, which is just a playlist of the videos that we have that walks through different parts of Liondesk. So if you're just curious to see what you don't know, go ahead and click here to find out. As we scroll below, you will see more resources, right? Our Help Center, same Help Center we dove into a little while ago. Great way, great resource to find articles and videos on different features in our system. We have the private Facebook group, and I know some of us are joining in that Facebook group. Definitely recommend joining, especially if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on LinkedIn. Definitely recommend joining the private Facebook group. We have a lot of users in there, 15,000. I think we're almost reaching 20,000. Great resource. Agents are constantly posting about best practices, right? Best way to use Liondesk, best way to promote yourself as an agent, right? There's a lot of different discussions that go on in the private Facebook group. So great resource to join. Go ahead and click here. Again, the concierge account setup service. So if you find yourself to be too busy to set up your Liondesk account, don't worry. You can hire somebody else to do that for you. With the concierge service, they can upload your contacts, set up your integration, set up your autoresponders, as well as 10 custom drip campaigns. There's more to the service, so if you wanted to learn more, go ahead and click there. And finally, feel free to reach out to us. We do have 3 separate channels of support. So you can give us a call, you can send us an email, or you can come in through live chats. We are available Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you can give us a call at 760-501-8582. You can send us an email to support@liondesk.com, or you can click here to connect to a live chat rep. Again, these 3 channels of support are available Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Let me go ahead and close this. Boom. Awesome. All right, y'all. I don't see any other questions coming through our chat box. So we'll go ahead and officially end the session now. But again, if a question does pop up later in the day, later in the week, really anytime, reach out to us. We'll be here to help out. Again, Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Awesome. All right, y'all. Thank you all so much for joining us today. I hope you all have a great day. Hope you have a great weekend.